friend Roger Christofferson here again with another first listen review. I have been out of town most of this weekend. That's why this one's coming a little bit late. Had to do a lot of traveling. Had a big show on the other side of not on the other side of the country, but in the middle. So had a lot of driving, but I had a lot of chance to listen to this stuff. And it's a good thing because two of the big things I got over this weekend was this one I'm talking about today, which is Deep Purple's Machine Head, the Super Deluxe Edition 50th Anniversary extravaganza here, and then I also got the Michael Schenker box set, so plenty of time to listen to all that stuff. But I was really excited about getting the Deep Purple Machine Head. This is one of those albums that it was like one of the first ones I ever bought. It was on vinyl. I got the big gatefold edition. I am one of those people that I think the first guitar riff I actually ever learned on guitar was Smoke on the Water. I fall into that category. So I remember just like way back when I first heard that, I didn't even know what the riff was. I heard somebody playing the riff, and I thought it was cool. And I didn't even know the song at all until later on. And I probably told the story before on here, but my best friend, his older brother's like 10 years older than us, and he had the album, so we kind of snuck it and listened to it. And it's kind of funny. It's Smoke on the Water is probably like my least favorite song on the album after I got the album, and we listened to it, made our little tape copy of it and listened to it. There's other songs on this album that I love, so I had to go out and buy it and get it myself, even after stealing the album from his brother and making a copy of it. I still had to go get my own, and it's just one of those ones I've had in my collection. I literally grew up listening to this album. I've had it since I was like 10 years old, and it's really one of the first things I ever bought. So I was kind of interested in hearing what Dweezil had done with the remix. And of course, this one's got some other stuff in it too. It's actually got way more than I really need, but it's one of those things that Deep Purple is one of my favorite bands, obviously, and I had to have, I have to have everything. On this one, they have the new remix from Dweezil. They have a remaster, all on the same CD, and then they have the In Concert 72, which has already been released, and then there's the Montreux 71 concert, which was about 8 months, I guess it was, before the whole thing burned to the ground. And the famous song was written about that place, so I'm sure that's why they included that in here. So I was really interested in hearing what that sounded like. But then there's the LP remix, which I guess if you're a collector, you want to have that, and it is in a nice little folder, and it's got the 60-page booklet along with it and everything like that. And then you got the Blu-ray stuff, which I never listened to the Blu-ray stuff. I don't have an Atmos setup, so I don't know when I'll be getting one. I'm going to have a whole ton of stuff to listen to when I finally get one, because I just keep getting all the stuff with the Blu-rays on it, and I have nothing to listen to it on. But anyway, back to the remix. That was like one of the two things that brought me here was the remix. The first thing I noticed right off the start was that scream at the beginning of Highway Star sounded a lot different. I don't know what's going on there. And then it came back at the end of the song, and I don't recall that ever being in there before. So I was like, all right, what's going on here? And there was some like little things here and there throughout this whole listen. I'm like, I don't remember this stuff ever being in there. It's like sounds and sound effects and the stuff added in. So I don't know, the mix itself was good. Everything's clear. I know, and I've been reading like a lot of reviews. I watched the thing on Dweezil talking about what he did, and so I knew there's a little bit of stuff that was going to be in here, but I don't know. I'm probably gonna have a very unpopular opinion about this, but I have to be honest when I'm talking about these things. I can't just pretend that I like something or pretend something's cool and I really don't think it is, and vice versa. I don't know. I'm struggling with this remix. I don't like the fact that he took a lot of artistic decisions and just recreated some things. I don't know. I don't like that. So I like the fact that When a Blind Man Cries is included in here as well, but I already have that. And on the remaster, the One a Blind Man Cries is not on there. But quite honestly, the remaster has more of the original feel. Obviously, because they didn't change the mix, they just changed, some of the dynamics when you're doing a remaster. I have to be honest. I preferred the remaster better than I like the remix. I'm probably never gonna listen to that remix ever again. It was cool hearing some stuff in there as far as the instruments go, but this album had a sound all its own. It was recorded, in the place it was recorded. It was recorded with a mobile unit. It has a very unique sound that doesn't sound like other albums, and for me, the remix lost that. He did the new technology where they did the separation of the tracks, and I don't know, this is one of those, and I'm going to sound like an old fuddy-duddy, and I don't care, but for me, it took the life out of the album. It just sucked the life out of it, and I'm actually really annoyed about it. This is like it turned from the super deluxe edition to the super disappointment edition real fast. So, very unpopular opinion there, I'm sure, but it is what it is. It's just how I feel about it. It's just like going into your photo albums and somebody changed your pictures of your family or something. It's not, I don't know. It's not something I want to see. It's not something I want to hear. So, on to the next thing. I skipped over the In Concert 72 because I already got it. So I went and popped in the Montreux concert. Jeez, I'm just going to rip this one apart too. Cool songs. I like the song choice. They got some stuff on there like Into the Fire, which I didn't think I would ever hear on a live album ever, but that was cool. Of course, Child in Time, I love that song. That's always been one of my favorites. And Wring That Neck, actually, I really like that song. For some reason, they threw Lucille in there. I never cared for Lucille. That was on the In Concert 72, but that's just the highlights for me on that album. I love hearing those songs. I've got tons of Deep Purple bootlegs. I love listening to Deep Purple live. It just I feel like I'm part of the show and part of the concert. This was definitely a bootleg. The recording quality was just not good, but I understand why it was in here because it was of where it was recorded and it's part of this album. And the huge song was "Smoke on the Water," about it. So I get it. I know why they included it. I don't think the price tag on this was worth anything I got here, but too late now. It's going to go in my collection. It's going to sit up there. Probably never ever listen to this ever again. That's the sad part. I can't imagine I'm ever going to pull this off the shelf and listen to it ever again. The remaster was cool. Not the first time it's ever been remastered. The other remasters are pretty good. I like the original album. So there's that. So that being said, feel free to share your opinions on it, or because like I said, that's all this is, just opinions. I'm sure mine's going to be very unpopular, but it is what it is. And I think I babbled plenty long about this one. So if you have anything you want to share, as always, feel free. And like, share, subscribe to keep this music alive, because I do love this music. I love this album, just not this version of it. But I'm sure I'll be pulling out some older Deep Purple here and listening to some other stuff and some other bootlegs that I got that I haven't even had a chance to listen to, that I've had for years. So because I've got a lot. So might be pulling out one of them. Probably won't be doing a review on it, but I'm going to be enjoying the rest of the night listening to one of them. So anyway, talk to you guys later. See ya.